What the hell happened to the Republican Party? Because somewhere along the way, Make America Great Again became something very different. I'm an American. I'm an Air Force veteran. I served this country. And when I served, I swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States, not to a president, not to the Republican Party, and sure as hell not to Donald Trump. Donald Trump lost the 2020 presidential election. Everyone knows that. Trump challenged the results in court again and again and again. But Trump wouldn't accept the results, and he still hasn't. His own advisors told him there wasn't any evidence to overturn the election. His own Justice Department investigated allegations of election fraud and found none. And when all of the investigations turned up nothing, amazingly, Trump continued his efforts to overturn the results of a fair election. Trump pressured state officials. He pressured the Justice Department. He pressured his own vice president. In Georgia, Trump told Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, "I just want to find 11,780 votes, exactly enough to overcome Biden's margin in Georgia." Think about that. Donald Trump was calling an election official in a state he lost, asking him to cheat. That is undeniably illegal. When that didn't work, Trump and his allies tried another strategy involving forging false slates of electors, which is also hugely illegal. But this deception would only work if Mike Pence would go along and agree to cheat for Trump on January 6th. But Mike Pence refused. All of America watched as Trump assembled a mob and directed them to the United States Capitol to disrupt the proceedings and strong-arm Mike Pence into rejecting the results of a fair election. Members of Congress fled in fear and hid from the insurrectionists in back rooms. Police officers fought bravely. Trump's insurrectionist mob vowed to hang Mike Pence. And here's the part that is truly unbelievable. The leaders of the Republican Party didn't reject Trump for his illegal attempts at election fraud. They rallied around him and kept supporting him. In 2023 alone, Donald Trump was criminally indicted 4 times in 4 different jurisdictions: New York, Florida, Washington, and Georgia. If the Republicans didn't get him reelected, he would have most likely ended up in jail. Why did the Republicans turn a blind eye to the election rigging? If voter fraud wasn't enough to cause the Republican Party to be outraged, then what about his loss in civil court for sexually molesting a woman in the department store dressing room? And what about the serious allegations in the Epstein files that he sexually took advantage of young girls? But we don't know more because his Justice Department, led by his own personal lawyer, refuses to follow the law and release all the files. And this is okay with the Republican leadership? What the hell?